What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah.
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Hi, I'm LB. Welcome to the viewing room. Anything? No? That's pretty good. Actually, it's Gary. I know you couldn't tell. LB and I look very, very similar. Happy Friday to you. We have returned, dare I say, triumphantly to the #1 podcast in the category of being live Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. on YouTube, located in Saskatoon, inside of a garage, a super secret location that also has a bunch of jabronis running the place. #1. As you can tell, LB in the booth today. And we are back from a lovely day out on the golf course yesterday. We'll get into more of that as we move on throughout the show. But before anything else, not only is this everybody's favorite time of the day, the reason they tune in, but also it's sort of a spoiler for guests that we have. So we're going to try to do this real quick so you can't really tell who's coming up. We're going to get super sneaky with it. And let's go ahead and check in on the Maggie cam. Look at that beautiful puppy. Hello, Maggie. Diener89 as well there. Be sure to check that out. The Maggie cam for our fantastic friends at Pet Planet on 8th Street. Your pet's natural grocer, Mike and Rochelle, along with Maggie's boyfriend, Leroy, always there Monday to Friday during business hours to make your life better. Everything your pet needs, they have there if you're going after business hours, be it during the week or on the weekend. Kirsten, Shar, and Chris are there to, again, make it the greatest day of your life. We talk a lot about our friends at Pet Planet on 8th Street, but there's a reason we do, because they're so unbelievably kind and thoughtful and just the best in the biz. So be sure to say hello. As Maggie is always saying, hey, Dad, let's go to Pet Planet on 8th Street. Hey, Dad. That's how she talks. Actually, it's more gangster, but we can get into Maggie's voice another day. I just love Sarah. She's such a pretty dog. You're a good girl, Marge. All right, LB, hit it back on me, and let's introduce the squad for today. Fridays around here, we like to showcase, not just talking about things that happened over the week, but we also like to know what's going on the shows of the other family members of the Dufferin Avenue Media Network, and we just so happen to have two representatives here today. One of them is from the Commander Cookout podcast. You know him from his box openings and oh so much more. The other from the Past Our Bedtime podcast. You know her from all the social media. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Uncle Brando and Brooksie!
Woo! That's definitely us.
That's us.
You did it, guys. We made it to the end of the work week. How you doing?
So good.
Is that? I've had a rough last couple of days at the other place. But you know what? I'm not going to dwell on that because I'm not there anymore.
You're here.
I'm here and not there, which is great.
Yeah.
And things can only go up from here.
And this is the place where the happiness returns, right?
Yes.
This is the magic kingdom that allows you to walk in here and have your entire, not just day, but life turn around. It's kind of like Pet Planet on 8th Street, but in a content creation studio form. Every time you come in here, your day gets better. Or at least that's how it works for me.
And I did have to pay $3 for that cookie. So it's kind of the same.
Oh, I was going to say, which cookies? Oh, yeah, you mean the human ones that we're eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, was LB not supposed to charge me for that?
No, I was going to ask you who was the culprit.
I ate a bunch of those
That's
cookies
coming
for
out
free.
of your pay. Yeah, you get them for free. That's how we pay you for the social media work.
We're going to have a conversation about that, I'll tell you
Just
what.
paid in
LB
cookies.
is in big trouble.
Can I tell you guys something that I did for the very first time ever?
I love these stories.
Last weekend?
Yes, please.
And this will blow your minds or not. So I went down to Moose Jaw with my girlfriend
Yes.
for her dad's birthday, and on the
Love
way
Moose Jaw.
we're thinking like, "Okay, what are we gonna listen to? We're gonna listen to some tunes, right?" And for some reason, I was telling her that we're straight out of this and straight out of that, and it's like, I've never heard that song before except in the movie.
Dude.
So we listened on the way to Moose Jaw, NWA. For the whole for the first time ever. I had never sat and just listened to it for that long for
Dude.
like, ever in my life.
That's crazy.
The most NWA I'd
So
ever
good.
heard was on Straight Outta Compton, the movie, which was great.
Yeah.
But like I never actually sat and it's
Man.
pretty good.
Grade 8, grade 9, Gary is just so disappointing in you right now.
Same.
Like we used to roll. And not just that, you started with NWA, but then went to West Side Connection and like all that gangster rap, dude. Like the gangster
That made me do it.
The gangster that killed him, the dope dealer. We played that on that dude podcast the other day, last week.
Oh man.
So good. And like just NWA. You want to talk about game changers, guys that walked in and said, "Oh, this is how you guys are doing things. This is how you're supposed to do it." Okay, watch this, and then you just go.
Yeah, they're the Nirvana of hip hop.
There it is.
if you will, right? Like
Yeah.
they changed the whole industry.
Now here's
they're
the
a big
big
deal.
question: how well do you know your NWA? Can you name all 5 members?
No, certainly not.
Yo, Ran, what's up? Tell them where you're from. So you got Ice Cube,
There's Ice Cube. There's Dr. Dre,
Dr. Dre,
and then there's the guy that's dead.
Snoop Dogg.
Eazy-E, no
Eazy-E.
Snoop Dogg.
Aw.
And Snoop
a
Dogg
good-
was in the movie, but he wasn't in the
No,
group.
but he just rolls with the homies.
And then I
DJ Yella
never heard that
and
name before. in
MC
my life.
Ren. They were the 2 lesser known, but that's your big 5. And
I-
then every once in a while went off. Dre went and did
Death Row Records?
Yeah, did pretty good.
He became the
and
man, right?
Eazy-E unfortunately passed away, and Cube went and started West Side Connection.
Yeah, he had a son who is
Cube.
awesome at everything he does.
O'Shea,
Yeah, O'Shea Cube.
yeah, O'Shea Cube Jr.
Yeah.
Who played him in the movie? That dude is a huge wrestling fan. Is that how you know him? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he started his own wrestling podcast on the Dan Patrick Podcast Network or something like that. Like something crazy.
He was also the best part of Cocaine Bear, except for, of course, the bear being on cocaine.
The bear.
Right
Like,
there in the title.
The
Right
scene,
there.
the scene in the bathroom where he fights these like park toughs, I guess you'd call them, and he just whips all these guys' asses. It's so awesome,
I don't
man.
know. That kind of gives me like Ice Cube when he played Are We There Yet? And he got his ass kicked by a deer. Like that's.
Wait,
the
but he
same
didn't
vibe.
get his ass kicked. He did
well,
the ass
kicking.
kicking.
He did the
He's
ass
the kicker.
He
of
was
ass.
so
Ice
good at
Cube
it.
got his ass kicked by a deer on a.
Man, what
Can
a!
we, what about this one? Can we name West Side Connection members? Any? There's
I've
3 of
never.
them?
This is the first time I've ever heard of the West Side
Oh,
Connection. So no, I cannot.
Really?
Yeah, it's like what is it, like 20th Street, 22nd Street,
All of them.
29th Street.
Avenue H.
Actually, if you
Where
were
I
to
grew
quote
up.
the opening song of the album, it would be representing worldwide. I can't. I was trying to
Worldwide
quote
West.
it. No, I was trying to make the quote, but I can't do it without being very unsavory and talking
yeah.
very bad. But well, I guess I could. You know the side, world, mother, effing wide, unquote. And that
yes.
goes right into the world is mine. Oh, it's such a good
Dun.
album.
They do
Anyways.
use lots of
Yeah, that's
language.
good.
Gangsters make the world go round. So you got Cube.
Cube.
You got, and it's so cool. You got Mac 10. So the gangster that killed him, the dope dealer. The reason this came up, sorry, we're talking gangster rap here on your show on a Friday
Yeah, well, why not?
with the crew and the squad. And on the Dude podcast, we were talking about the 9 Inch Nails song "Hurt."
I
And
love that
talked
song.
about how I'm not a 9 Inch Nails guy. I'm like, great, but then Johnny Cash comes out and covers it, and it's like a banger, like my whole empire of dirt. Like my dad loves the song. Shout out to my dad.
Yeah.
And I always said my favorite version of "Hurt" is the gangster that killed him, the dope dealer, because that's how the song starts. It's got the same da-na-na, da-na-na, na-na-na-na. So even then, the transcendence of the 3 different types of music, all covering the same song, like it was like some of the earlier people to sort of do that and make it mainstream, which is very cool.
I like that lots.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I learned a new thing today.
So Mac 10, he's the dope crown holder, strong as a Coca-Cola with a chrome pistola. And then you got Dub C, who went on his own solo thing, and Dub C's the really quick talking, ring ding 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 ding, pippin' it up on the west side of SC, like going hard, all about the cheddar.
All
Like,
about the cheese.
Oh, I'm
likes
sorry.
cheese?
I got really into the
Think it's
gangster
money.
rap thing. And
oh,
how,
okay.
Yeah.
Cheese is money. Okay.
And how classic is that? Hey, the spoiled, privileged white dude, you know, easiest life ever, is sitting there blasting the gangster rap. Like it's just the most cliche thing ever. But so grateful because like a lot of stuff in society you learn about that.
Man.
Are we ready for this?
Oh,
intro?
can I have
This
the
seems
pink and
pretty
orange
serious.
one? Pink and orange one.
Hold on. We also have Network Ryan in the studio today. We busted him out of the asylum as he continues to rehab.
die.
And he's been hobbling around here. Are we allowed to put these on stage? Is that okay? These treats?
Food, Slurpees allowed.
No, I don't. No,
That's a
okay, but
drink.
I don't care about that. I'm talking about the markings on the Slurpees.
Well, since we're using the name Slurpee, I feel like
Yeah.
everybody
We're already on
knows
That's
this
what
one.
fine.
they
We're
are.
having Slurpees.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her not just from being early on a Friday today, but also from the Past Our Bedtime podcast. Her name is Cora.
Yay!
Woo, what a babe!
She's moving on up to the stage.
No, nothing happened.
Is that
That's
why
fine.
you say we're not
It's
supposed to
fine.
have these things up here?
Cheers now.
Is that what
Why is
basically
that one
happened?
mine? You spilled it.
I believe the proof is in the pudding. Hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
Are we getting into Slurpee talk now?
Yeah, which one do you want? Brian doesn't want one, so maybe an
Oh,
extra
well,
one.
I want the pink one, but I know you want that one. So
I
Oh, I have
suggest
one.
we
Oh,
give it to March.
Here we go.
What's the worst that could
Slurpees.
happen?
Okay.
Slurpee deliveries. This is fantastic. I guess we can turn the AC off now.
Okay.
eh?
Okay.
It's gonna be. It's like the last hottest day of the year today.
How do we know it's the last hot day of the year?
No, it's like
Can
the
I use the
It's probably the last
Sure.
weekend. That's gonna
Aw,
probably be
man.
warm.
Officially the last weekend. Thank you.
Well, I'm assuming.
Life sucks, you guys.
Okay. So
Let's
we
not
got
think about that, though.
Slurpees now.
I love fall.
Do you love
I-
gangster
Come
rap?
on.
I also love gangster rap.
Okay, we just finished. I just
We were talking about Ice
introduced them
Cube.
to NWA and then the transition to West Side Connection and how the other guys went solo and Dre went his thing and the whole 9 yards. Any thoughts on any of that? You a big fan? Can you sing them all?
Yeah, I think I am a gangster most days. That's usually what I'm listening to in my car.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Hello, fellow kids. I am
Same.
also a gangster.
That's the one? Is that how it goes?
That was.
That's pretty cool. All right. So, you look
So where do like
confused now.
Busta Rhymes and Method Man come into this? Those are the like
They're-
were they not part of the were they not
They're
part of the whole
part of-
thing?
They're
Yeah.
homies. No, but Method Man is obviously representing the Wu-Tang
Wu-Tang.
Clan.
Yeah.
I got
You know,
brain freeze so
master,
bad.
you know, chess boxer. Okay.
Well, I
Anyways,
know
we got
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang,
I
yeah.
played the game.
And Meth also went off and did a duo thing with Redman. So Method Man and Redman.
Yep.
What was the big song? Rock
Rocka
something
Flocka.
or other. Dun, 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 dun. Rock Wilder. The Rock Wilder it was called. An incredible song. Microphone checker, swinging sword sector, closing down the sector, supreme net protector, better want him kid, Mr. Method. You know, it's really good stuff.
I didn't really listen to Wu-Tang.
Why not?
I was more into the West Side Connection.
You were more
It
into
shows,
the West
bro.
Coast.
It
Is that-
shows.
I'm a West Sider for life.
Yeah, same.
Oh, I guess that's.
Although I'm in Stonebridge now.
Yeah,
But
you're like the westest of sides.
Again,
I
welcome,
grew up right on 29th Street.
welcome
right
to
on the corner.
three softies and one who might have some street cred here talking about gangster rap.
Oh my gosh.
You grew up over there, but you're dude.
L-
Would you consider
for l-
yourself a gangster? I know you're a
Yeah.
West Sider, but
I
you
am a
find you're-
gangster.
you're like
if
one of
you
the
ask
nicest
the kids, they
people
think I'm a
going.
gangster.
Which kids?
My stepkids. They're like, why are you listening to such gangster rap? Actually, I can't. Every time they're in my car, I have to like hit next song like 10
yeah,
times
the
before I get a
words
song.
are hard to get around.
Yeah.
And
Except,
then if you listen to the censored version, it's just
yeah.
ruined.
Well, now Noah's 15, so
All
Brad,
bets
if
are
you're,
off
Brad,
now.
if you're watching, I let Noah listen to my gangster rap.
Whoopsies.
Oh no.
Love you, honey.
Oh, no.
Make sure he knows.
Yeah, he knows all the
Oh.
swears.
Well, geez, we're 13 minutes in here today, and we haven't even talked about anything except gangster rap.
It's good.
Whoa.
That's
Maybe
okay.
that should be the whole topic of the show.
Well, I made a bunch of promises yesterday as
Oh.
the first, again, give a big round of applause to LB doing the first ever guest hosting job yesterday. That includes you.
Yay.
You're supposed to clap.
Oh wow.
I was using my mouth.
Okay, that's good.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, LB came in here. What episode was it yesterday? 105? 105? Yeah. So the 105th episode is the first one that we haven't hosted, and we had a guest host for, and he crushed it like he always does. And thank you to our good buddy Matt Young from CTV who came in here, and Dragon and everyone else who helped out with the show yesterday. I was on the golf course, and I promised the boys that I would bring this up today because it's very important. We were doing a Texas scramble. So you got four guys. Everyone knows how a scramble works. You go at everyone, take the best ball, then you hit from that ball, and you go and you go. And I was on a team with my main man, Pistol Pete, my good bro, our buddy Scott McQueen, who's his brother-in-law, and then NHL legend, the great Tim Cheveldae, former goalie for the Detroit Red Wings, and many others. So it was Chevy, Queener, Pistol Pete, and myself. A good round of scramble golf, you'll probably end up using about 7, maybe 8 or 9 of your shots throughout the day. There was no need to use any other ones. I had 2 shots. I had one shot on the second hole that went super far right and came back all the way in because my dad told me, just aim real right and just tame that hook, son. And that's what we did. And then I had one 10-foot putt. I hit 2 putts for the entire day. I've never had a more sad, depressing round of golf in my life. when you just constantly letting down your team. That's all it was for the entire time. And even with the anchor that I was, there we were on the 18th hole with a chance to win this game. So it's 4 versus 4. So one team versus one team. The winning team gets an extra $10 in our auction draft, which is taking place later that night. So the losing teams will start out with $290, and the winning team, all 4, will start with $310. When this is all happening, we are so lucky to even be in the vicinity of a possibility of winning this thing. We end up being 4 under par, which is pretty good for a bunch of jabronis.
Especially one that wasn't golfing very good.
Yeah, well, that's the big thing. So the other team consisted of the Wing King, Sweet Ass, Sandman, and Johnny Codeboater. So those 4 against us 4. These guys, we were playing over at Saskatoon Golf and Country Club. On 18, had about a 25-footer to win it.
Holy.
Pistol Pete says to me, whatever you do, do not watch the Wing King. Do not let him see you watching, because he will drain whatever shot he's doing. So sure enough, their approach shot, we waited until Wing King stepped up. Marge, it's not that good of a story. Relax. And then the second that Wing King was up, we all bailed. So started walking away. And Wing King shanks it just like he's supposed to. Take that, Wing King. And then when we're watching them putt, again, a 25-foot putt for the win. Pistol Pete's in the cart already. He's not watching because he knows better. But Chevy, Queener, and I are sitting around the green watching, saying, I can't wait to watch this guy miss. And sure enough, Wing King steps up and drains the putt for the win.
Oh my God.
Our team loses, and I feel so devastated. And then the cherry on top. One of my bestest friends in the universe, my friend Pete, says to me, I'm not even disappointed that we lost. I just can't believe that you stayed and watched the Wing King. You knew not to watch him. So he wasn't even mad that I played the worst round in the history of Texas Scramble. He was upset that we watched him and sort of through the universal signs force that ball into the hole that led to us losing.
Well, I'm disappointed in you too, if that means anything.
I will word all. So, and this is why I want to bring this up. So a personal apology to, again, Chevy, Queener, and Pete. I am so sorry. Queener is really good. He's like, heard you guys like some show or something. What's going on with that thing? It's like, I know, it's like a little show on a little network we got going on. He's like, yeah, so I got like pay to subscribe or something. I'm like, no, man, you just like push a button and then it's like, well, that's pretty cool. Like, he's like, I think I saw it. And I was like, yeah. And he was just like, it was just so fun to have like a new person come in and see what we're doing. And I said, on the show tomorrow, I promise I'll shame myself horribly for your amusement. And that's what I've been doing. So once we got into the draft that night, I said, boys, I will never overdraft or never overbid on any of my teammates. So I spent the rest of the night letting my 3 teammates have any guys they want. I was never going to overbid on them. And it was a pretty good way of saying I'm sorry. But the whole process was... So now you have
a really bad team and you did really bad in golf? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty much it.
I think also Ryan was giving you the eye because you didn't talk about Patreon. Pretty sure.
He also looks ill.
He is ill. He broke his leg.
His eyes look ill.
Oh yeah, he is on much
he's
medication.
Also on drugs, yeah.
That's why he's not on the camera.
He doesn't look right.
No, the way he was like staring.
So the reason we haven't talked much about the Patreon is because Network Ryan hasn't been here to talk about it and talk about the setup and how we're rolling it out. So that's why we soft launched it on the 100th episode, and it's there. And the viewing room has their own section. It's very cool. You can check it out, but we still haven't formally rolled it out. It's just it's there and it's sort of active.
Perfect.
So if you're interested at all in joining our family here, you can head to Patreon/Dufferin Ave something or other. You'll find it in there. And then you can start being basically a part of the team, getting here for tours, become part of the shows. You can do all sorts of stuff. It's very, very cool. It's a great way to add you into this mix. We always talk about family members and how they want to support and help out, and they don't have a business, so they can't buy advertising. How can we do it? And this is the way you can do that. You pay $5 a month or whatever it is, and you become a producer of the show. You become maybe your residence is a place you'd like us to do a live show from. We can do that. We can bring the studio to you and do it from your driveway. Those sort of little things can be really cool as we continue to grow together. So
you could be the Dr. Dre.
There it is. Bringing it back. I like that.
Because Dre's a producer, right?
Yeah.
See? I learned everything from everybody just now. I am a gangster rap expert. I'm a doctor of thugonomics.
Thugonomics.
John Cena.
that's the rest
I
of
want to
reference.
say really quickly too, Cora got her hair done. Look at that.
I didn't want to say anything because we got bangs over
I
here.
know. Look, everyone getting their hair done around here.
What is the deal?
Yeah.
What's going on here? Why
New
is everyone getting
season.
the hairs done?
New season. New
Yeah.
us.
She said
Oh.
she's going more blonde, and I was like, that's weird because it's fall and you were just red. Like, it seems like you should maybe have red hair in fall,
Yeah,
but
people usually go dark in the
Yeah.
fall, winter, and I'm going.
she does opposite.
Okay, most importantly, how do you like it? Do you love the
I'm
new do?
obsessed. We had to like
Perfect.
strip my hair of all the red, and then we had to put color back into it. It took a long time.
How much time gets committed to doing that?
3.5 hours.
Why? Why does it take so long? Why do girls spend so much time doing your hair?
I mean, I don't do that often.
Yeah, and it's color. Like, she has to sit in there.
Sorry, I
and-
worded that wrong. Why do you enjoy this? Because clearly you enjoy doing it, right? Like there's something there that you're like, oh, I love my hair and getting
Was
it
the
done.
3 hours an enjoyable
Yeah,
experience?
well,
Yeah.
I
You
love
get-
my hairdresser, but I
yeah.
also feel like a fucking babe.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
also get
So,
bored
yes,
of
it's
your
much worth it.
style.
Oh,
Like,
good.
you can change it up.
But I
however you want.
suggest cornrows.
No.
Keeps the hair out of your eyes. It's
Even
very
just
nice.
getting my bangs cut was an hour and a half. So, and it was just.
But
cutting
look
my
at
bangs.
how much that changed your life. Bangs changed you,
I
bro.
know. Well, her whole hair is a different color.
Yeah, this is what I mean. These big things. But I haven't even got to process her yet because she walked in while we're in show mode. So
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, on the screen it kind of. I don't know if that's. I don't
Yeah,
know.
see
It
it?
still looks a little darker than in person.
It's gonna fade too, right?
But yeah, love it. Love it. Love all the changes around here. We
Very
just.
cool.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, and I don't know if this is Cora or not, but sometimes you go through like life changes and you're like, I need to change my hair. And then you can tell someone's going through a life change by how drastic their hair changes.
Like Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change your head.
That is
Yeah.
actually an example that comes up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Legit.
true.
Yes, I know how it works. I
I'm
know
not
how
going
things
through
go.
anything life changing. I just like to change my
No,
hair.
you
all
Dude.
the
You
time.
moved your house.
You
no?
just moved.
Yeah, but in our friendship, I will have probably
It's
700
marriage.
different colors of
True.
hair.
I'll never
I
change my hair.
all the time.
Just my bangs for the first time since 2011. Yeah.
Bangs.
Like Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim.
There
I
it
change
is.
my hair every week and a half, dude. Get used to it, right?
This is a question I have for you. Do
Oh,
you,
me.
I know he never does anything, no trims, no nothing. Do you like go in for hair trims ever?
I get my hair cut once a year right before Christmas time.
Aw.
So I get like the
Christmas
the
purge.
damage kind of removed
Christmas
and
purge.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I say I want it to look exactly the same, but healthy. And he's like, well, it might be a little bit shorter. I said I want it to look exactly the
I
same,
don't think you heard me.
except healthy. And then she does a great job. And
Yeah.
thanks,
I-
Lindsay.
I have the worst split ends.
Yeah,
Like
you
the splittiest
do.
ends you've ever seen.
Like
And I
some
just
of your hair is like
trim your
way
hair.
longer than the other. You should let me do it.
Just
I'm
trim
actually
it.
a very good hairdresser.
Actually, my mom. Shout out to the greatest mother in the world,
All
Wendy.
the Wendy's.
The Wendy's, maybe that's a trait. She was a hairdresser for a long time, and there's only one other time I've ever let anyone cut my hair, and it was for grade 8 grad, and I always felt so grade 8 bad about it because my mom was so upset, and I felt like I just ruined everything. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, you can go there. Yeah, sure, go see how they do. Okay. Right in the Avalon Shopping Center, I'll never forget it.
Why did you do that?
Because I thought it was like a big deal. It was grade 8 grad.
You're like,
I was
Mom, you
trying
don't do it
something
good enough.
new.
So
I don't even
mean.
know.
Ground him. He's grounded.
Rightfully
Jail.
so. Still feel bad to this day. So maybe we'll put a little bit of the splitty ends off there sometime. I don't even know where it's at right
I
now.
can literally do it tonight after we paint.
You want to cut some splitties?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Look
Because I
at
think we
this,
got some
like, this
recording
is
to do too.
so long. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Matt just got his hair done. Like he went and got his hair professionally done, and I had to fix it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I usually always cut his hair. So.
Oh.
You're like, yeah, that's what you get.
So you have
now
experience.
you paid for something.
Yeah, I have lots of experience. My brother-in-law comes over and I cut his hair.
Okay, but are you trained?
No, I've been
doing it for.
yeah.
Bro, I ain't
30
judging.
years.
I
I'm gonna
ain't
say I've been
judging.
cutting
I'm
hair
just curious.
since like 2007. Like
Hey.
I'm
You
not
guys-
trained, but I've.
Hey, guess
I've
what?
done
I
enough.
can run a vacuum. I've done it enough. I'm not a cleaner. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but you could be a cleaner.
Yeah. You guys could be professional hairdressers. That's what I'm saying.
No, but anyway, I can professionally cut your hair after this.
I would like some certification. I don't know if you know this or not, but this place thrives on certification.
I have a nail.
I'm certified to be here. I am a certified broadcaster. 2001, 2002, shout out to the class. My man Dallas Dole, love you, buddy. Graduating class with me. It's my homie, my dude.
I do have my professional nail technology certificate.
There you go.
That's like close enough.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
If I need my nails technologized, I'll let you know.
That's like your hair and your nails are like the same thing.
Your nails look better than mine.
Those are probably okay, hey?
Throw
You probably work way harder
How
than I
many
do, though, in
shows
real
do
life.
you know out there right now that can go from gangster rap to that?
To
0.
That's
and that's
the
what people are
beauty
here.
of this
Yeah.
show. As we roll on here on your show, it's the Friday edition. Brooksie in the house, along with her co-host for the Past Our Bedtime podcast, Hardcore. We got CCO Brando, the master of the box opening, also here with us today. And Brooksie's got something to say. It's very important. So let's all stop and hear what it is.
I forgot that you told me you wanted to place a video today,
Can
and
we
I
email
didn't
it?
send it in.
Can we email it?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Hey,
do that really
LB,
quick.
sorry to interrupt you guys. I know you're flirting in there.
Aw.
If Brooksy emails you a video right now, would you be able to play it for us? Perfect. He's gave the thumbs up. That's
Okay, we're
fantastic.
we're
You're
going.
a crack technological support team.
This
hey?
team,
Yeah,
can
we're
we
the
just
best.
take 1 second to acknowledge how incredible this family is? Like the stuff, like just having Network Ryan gone, who, honest to God, does the most work by far, probably besides LB around here. And it's two totally different things because Network Ryan's in charge of basically every single show that comes out of this family goes through him. He does the posting, he does the cleanup, he does all that stuff. LB makes sure every single camera and microphone works exactly right. He does all the tech stuff. Those two dudes in there that are talking right now, that's what they do. And just having Network Ryan go down like he did, and just the ability that we all had to just come up and just rise up together and be like, no, you get better, we'll handle it. Albeit I made a lot of mistakes while figuring it out, but we got there. But we got there, and we got things done, and it just says so much about the team that we have here as it continues to grow. And we were talking to a new family member of this team who will be joining us in the next couple of weeks, which is very exciting as well, and the type of people that come through here. I've always said the reason this all works so good is because we're all outcasts. We're all like the same sort of group that, you know, we weren't like the coolest kids in the world, so we have those introvert, you know, qualities and this and that. Maybe some of us more, some of us less. But at some point, I'm sure we've all been bullied. I'm sure we all felt out of place. And this place feels like the exact landing spot I would ever want if I were to come up and not really feel like I belonged anywhere. I always call it, it's just a big squad, a big crew of misfits.
The land of misfit toys.
That's it. We're the misfit toys.
Also, sorry, I can't send the video. It's too large.
Come
So-
on.
What's it about? What's the video?
So,
Now
and
you
people,
have to, you have to
people-
Hold on a
describe it and
second.
then
Let
act
me
it
set
out.
this up.
yeah, okay.
This video, this
embarrassing.
woman beside me here walked in to this sacred ground, hallowed ground, and said, I'm going to record me kicking your ass on Super Smash Brothers. And I said, oh, really?
Huh.
All right. And she tried. Didn't go as planned. And that's what made the video so good.
It's on the social media.
Yeah, I
It
was
is on
gonna
the
say
social
you can
medias.
you can watch it on Dufferin Ave Media Network by searching us on Instagram or the Facebook.
There you go.
But yeah, he really wanted to play it today.
I want to play on the show only
And I
because
forgot
what
to
happened.
even
I
put it
forget
up.
how did it finish? What happened again?
You had a couple seconds left.
A couple seconds left. Okay,
Yep.
if you
Set
know
this up
anything
for us.
about
Yeah.
Super Smash Bros. And N64, when you kill someone so hard, they go flying and then they fly in the background and you could like see them dying. And there was only a few seconds left, so I killed him. He went off screen and he's dead. So I'm like, ha, like thinking I might have won. And then he's just dying slowly in the background and the game stops before he actually died. I was so mad. I was so mad. And that's why I was like all excited cheering on the video, and then he looked defeated, and then all of a sudden 2 seconds later we're like losing our mind. It was like a whole like emotional roller coaster.
I was trying to pose like my favorite Super. Again, I just learned this game like a month ago.
Yeah.
And I got this guy from this video game called Mother. And in the video game Mother, his name is Ness, and he's a super cool dude. And at the end, after he wins, he poses a little bit. And so I was trying to pose like Ness. And I looked like an idiot, but I didn't care.
It was so good. Anyway, he beat me, and I said I would put it up because it was a good battle. We had some good shit talking, which was mostly just me shit talking and Gary yelling,
Same
no!
old. I
the whole
guess.
I feel
time.
like you
Yeah.
lose more than you win.
Ooh,
Interesting.
that's a rough
Hot
comment. No,
take.
even though he won, he convinced everybody to go after me the next game when Noah came.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, he was like, just like,
Hey guys, I
he
got an
always
idea.
makes people go against me because he thinks I'm so good. So I don't lose that often. Just sometimes.
Didn't I
When
beat you
when
too?
it matters.
Yeah, I think you beat
I
her
feel
too.
like I beat you too. Like the very
You
first
can't beat
time I
me.
played the
I
game in
don't
like
beat
12 years.
anybody. I just die. That's not fair.
There's something to be said
We should play team battle.
about being able to step up when the lights are brightest.
Yeah.
Well,
And when the camera's rolling, girl, you're in big trouble because I know I can't have
But
anything online showing that you're better than me at a video game.
Who's the one who texted me and was like, "Did you do that on purpose to make me look good?" Gary.
me.
No, she didn't. She
You never
definitely
know.
did. She was trying as hard as she could to cream
If
you.
she's doing these motions,
Here's
I
hoping.
was.
she's serious.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. It's just the thought crossed my mind for 1 second because it would be something that you do because you're a very nice person. So maybe you're like, maybe I'll just let him win because it'll make
No, I
great
actually
content.
tried so hard. And when you watch the video, it seems like I'm beating you for the whole time because
Interesting.
the only content I got was me every time I killed you. So I thought I was gonna win for sure, but no. And even if he would have died, we would have tied. I wouldn't have won. So I was kind of far.
Well, it would have went to overtime.
Oh yeah, sudden death, and I always kill you in sudden death. You've never beat me in sudden death.
We were actually talking about the Twitch stream earlier today in a meeting, and it sounds like we are getting very close to filling out an entire work week schedule of Twitch streaming, which you are a part of, by the way, young man. I don't know what we're going to decide on, but we will need to make some sort of day or time for our portion of that.
I do think that Fridays after the show should be Smash
That's
Bros.
definitely the one.
tournament.
Like that's going to be like the team one because it's so easy to transition here. Like once we are out of this show, we say, hey, head on over to Dufferin Ave.
Twitch.
Twitch/Dufferin Ave
Net.
/watch video. I don't know how that works.
Dufferin Ave Media on
Did you
Twitch.
got-
There it
did
is.
you- Did you have?
Dufferin Ave Media.
HPT.
It's HTTP
Oh, sorry, I'm
colon
dyslexic.
/
Way
www.twitchtv.
too many of those things. Halfway through, as we are halfway through on a Friday. It's so nice. How did you get here so astute? Did you just fly over here?
I had a bad day at work, so I left early.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
I
and that's
don't-
why we have
Hey,
slushies. It was the
there you
sugar
go.
that made her
I
go
had a
so
bad
fast.
week actually, and I had some extra time in, so I got to leave
Okay.
early.
This is good. I appreciate it. The Bamford & Co. podcast. We were talking about it earlier. New episode every Wednesday. Network Ryan was saying that he has sat down, and what you said, you and your beautiful, lovely husband, Brad, also have been watching these.
Yeah.
Incredibly informative shows.
So much good information, especially if you're even thinking about buying a house. Like for me and Brad, we've never really talked about it, but we just found out from moving a bunch of stuff around and wanting another kid that our house is like pretty we're outgrowing it.
Ooh.
And we haven't really ever talked about it, but I was like, I'm gonna watch this podcast to see if there's anything in here that maybe like would inspire me to get a new home.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't inspire me to get a new home. It inspired me and made me like appreciate the home I have right now,
That's it.
and that you know what I can do, like make it work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very informative and learned so much. It made me think about how you even got a house and sold your house. It was probably so
That
hard.
process, yeah.
Selling a house is one of the most stressful things. People are
Yeah.
like, buying a house is stressful. I'm like, no, having strangers in your home, judging the way you
through, yeah.
live is like one of the worst things. I like repainted trim. I had to pack away stuff in storage. We had to pretend like we didn't live there.
Yeah.
That's what, and I learned this from, because I have the honor of doing an episode every month with them, and one of the biggest things was that we focused on in the last run of shows was how much you put in. Like you said, you did all the trim, you did all these different things and all the changes, and you know how much money you invested into doing that, and then how much that doesn't matter to someone if that's not what they're into. So you could say, well, this will up the value $20,000 because I did all this stuff. It's like, well, to you, yes, but if someone from out there comes in and doesn't like what that is and they're going to change it, the value doesn't go up. So you have to work
But-
with each person. It's very cool insight on
Yeah.
all these little things.
But even in the podcast, it was talking about how like the buyer's market's so crazy because there's such little houses for sale right now that you can get like multiple offers on your house and
Yeah.
like sell your house really quickly. So at this point, it's like the trim almost like doesn't matter. People are like, I need a home or I'm going to be homeless if I sell my house.
I got a buddy who literally
Yeah.
sold his house before he even had one to move into.
Yeah, and then literally, then you're homeless if you can't
Yeah.
find one, or then you have to rent. This is
Yep.
everything I learned on the show.
I know.
You have to rent,
It's cool, right?
and then you're stuck in this lease or whatever for 12 months. It's like this whole thing.
I
So-
mean, you could find a place that you didn't have to sign a 12-year lease. There
That
are
too, yes,
options.
yes.
You're not stuck.
yes, but yeah, then you just don't have a home. You have to figure out really, really quickly, like,
I
just
think-
because you thought, but there's so many offers, people could go way over asking price.
Yeah, but I think people, when you're selling a house, those are things you look into.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
You think about those things.
Those guys, those handsome fellas.
Yeah, it's
Look at
good.
those dudes. I've known those guys my
And
whole
like,
life.
you know what? I wouldn't have thought about those things without watching that podcast because I've never bought a house, right?
Oh yeah, this is my third house.
So like, if you've never bought a house, that's the perfect podcast for you.
Okay. I'm going to switch it up because I see it right there. The Elmwood Fall Feast, ladies and gentlemen, it has returned yet again. September 19th, Prairie Land Park, that's the place to be as the Fall Feast will be in full effect. ElmwoodYXC.ca. Head there, get yourself some tickets. Try to get a table beside the nickel plumbing table. It's always the most fun. We get all the fundraising things that we do with the Kinsmen and so many other people. It's the best time, all about raising money for adults with disabilities, including my Auntie Susie, and getting them transportation to get out and or about this beautiful city of ours and doing really cool stuff. I will be talking with not this Maggie, but my good, hey, there it is right there. See, there's more details for you right there. Hall B. And the other Maggie Stevenson. That's my dude, communications, and she's like misses everything over there with Elmwood, is going to be joining us next week and then the week after that, 3 times, as they have bought to advertise here for the Fall Feast. And we sort of gave them the Cadillac, as we're still designing how the advertising works, because each situation is different, and we really like to pride ourselves on being able to sort of do whatever it is you want to do or can do as far as your budget goes. And with our friends at Elmwood, it's like, you know what, we're going to give you the big one. Let's see how the big one looks. So that's how we got the poster up here, so it really pops. We got the banners down there. There they are again. And then we gave them extra appearance for Maggie, and this thing was for free just so we could show it all off so we can give back, because ever since I've been alive, Elmwood has been a part of my life. That's where Auntie Susie's always been, so I've always just been associated with it. And then that turned into the Fall Feast being one of my big 4 events that I will never say no to. So anything I can do, I will do, including voicing a bunch of voiceover stuff for the different videos. So we'll still have a nice presence there. And then we got the Spirit of Cosmo Breakfast, which is coming up in November, which I will be emceeing. And that will be a lot of fun as we help out all of our friends over at Cosmo. And then we got the Burn Fund with the Firefighters Association.
Yeah.
And they got the Fire in the Kitchen Cook-Off, which is the other one. And then anything Deb and Lori want to do with the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center, we're always there for them as well, including that citywide food drive that went on in May. So a lot of cool things that we love to help out with. If you have an organization, and this is why I'm bringing all this up, if you have an organization or if you have something that needs a push, something that is important, that's going to make the world a better place, which is what we're all about, getting that karma up, you let us know. We'll see if the boys are paying attention in there as they are doing a lot of talking. And I feel like there's a lot of learning. We'll see, though.
They're learning.
You want to try to do a 4-man setup?
Yes, and
Let's see
while
if we
we're
can do it
setting
here.
it up,
Brooksie's got something with the Firefighters Association.
yes, the firefighters.
Oh, they
Ooh,
are
right
paying attention. I
there.
can't even get low enough. Maybe we go over top of it.
I'm just pointing at it. Oh yeah, now we have the force.
Oh, that's really hard. Head to dufferinave.com. Let us know. Help us help you. We would love to promote whatever it is you have going on. If you got show ideas or if you got shows that you want to begin doing, we can help you out with that. We have a state-of-the-art recording booth that we call the Death Star that is fully operational. My main man, The Abyss, recorded the first track there with Von Trask for 911 Turbo a couple of weeks ago. He's coming over tonight, and we're going to do some more. I don't think we'll be in the studio, but he wants to do some writing and some stuff just to get him on track. All of that stuff can happen just by going right here. It's a magical place.
Yes, and speaking of helping out, tomorrow the firefighters
Something
are
about boots.
doing their MD boot drive. So muscular dystrophy, is that how you say it?
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, so they're raising money for that, and they're going to be on the corners all throughout Saskatoon with their boots. And so make sure you have some cash with you so you can throw in a 5 or a toonie or whatever you have to help out.
Whatever way you can.
yeah.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah, so
How often do we hear that in our lives?
a lot.
And we should. That's what I mean. That's how you know when stuff's important. Every little bit counts. That should put your head in like, oh, okay, that's right. I want to help that because even this little bit that I have to give.
Yeah, even if it's like 10 cents, 5 cents.
I feel like we're running a telethon right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talking.
Lots.
Are we going to give away a grocery bag with Grover on the side? That'd be fun.
You have that to give away?
I think I might still have it. I made my grandma give money to PBS when I was real little. and
That's
we
why
got
I got you.
We
I
got a
was like, where's this
Sesame
going?
Street grocery bag. that
Nice.
Was, or like I guess it's a reusable.
We
shopping
have
bag, but it was really
robes.
cool.
Yeah. We do have a lot of
We
robes.
can give robes away.
We got to wait till it's winter time, though.
Yeah.
Winter time is when the robes are really going to heat up. Pardon my pun. But I really want to get some logos on those robes. When we first started this thing, I had this whole idea. And, sorry, Brooksie is well aware of this because we just told this story earlier in our earlier meeting.
Yeah.
But my grandiose plan was to have people walk through the ski chalet that I live in with my beautiful Margaret, and then make the walk from there to the hallowed grounds that is the Dufferin Avenue Media Network Content Creation Studios inside the Sonner Concrete Services Clubhouse. And with that walk, you also got a robe and some slippers to wear. And it was a really big selling point because I thought it was really nice and cute. So I was in the middle of getting all these cool things logoed up and ready to go. And then I got told that we can't do the show and start it with me parking my car in here every episode and having us get out, walk up onto the stage, which still would be so cool. And we can't have people coming in here and giving them robes and giving them slippers and throwing them in. And just every little bit of that plan sort of exploded.
But you
But
know,
we still got the robes.
we still have so many robes, and now I have robes in my house.
Everyone's
and
got robes. Amory's got two.
Anyway,
He's
I
coming over
did-
tonight. I already gave
You
him
have a
two of
robe?
them.
I
don't
did
have
think.
robes.
You guys
Cora
can
and
get
I
your
don't
robe.
have robes.
I also wasn't invited to
Anyone who
the
does
wedding.
an appearance on the show gets a robe. You just have to remind me. That's the rule
I
that
do
we put
think
in
we
place.
need to keep some. Maybe do a social media giveaway with them, so that.
And we
you
also
know.
still have all of our swag from our good friend Aquaman.
Yes. I would
Underwater
love-
drones. We haven't talked about underwater drones in a while. They do inspections for those, water monitoring, water sampling, all those good things. I'm
You
slobbering
got a
right now from
brain
this
freeze?
Slurpee. No,
I
I'm
had
just
such a brain freeze
drinking
when
too
I
much.
first was drinking it. I literally died. Like if you
She
watch this
literally
later.
died.
She's literally dead.
Literally,
Y'all are
I'm
watching a
dead.
Snuffcast. What's
Oh.
up? Yeah, literal death.
Hey, Brando.
Yo,
How are the box openings coming?
they are very good. I
Are
have
we close to one?
We have one coming up in, I want to say 2 weeks. On the 17th, I'll be recording it. I've already started work on it. This is an 80s horror movie themed Magic the
Oh,
Gathering
no.
set, which is
This is
pretty
gonna be-
freaking cool. So
cool.
I'm putting some extra oomph into this one. I think people are going to be like, I've traveled to the desert.
Yeah.
I've been an
So fun.
archaeologist.
Yeah.
I've been hitting the head with stuff.
Very funny.
I've become a frog. I have done several things to entertain the masses, and this will be no different. And I'm not going to say I have a chainsaw, but I do own a chainsaw, which is pretty cool.
Be sure to tune in to the BBO and the CCO and the YTC.
Yes, very well done.
Wow,
That was really
fast.
good.
You're getting there.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
So maybe I was just spending too much time with you. Now you're starting to rub off on me, if you will.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did you feel fitting in or sitting in for Ryan
Oh, yeah.
last Friday?
It's almost like you were a part of what was going on in my head. I was going to go from the BBO into the fact that we did the first ever guest host of the Commander Cookout podcast, as Network Ryan has been incapacitated. So I would say I filled in admirably. I didn't have much to offer, but Brando is such an incredible host that he still made me feel like what I was saying was somewhat important and had meaning. So that was very cool. And just to sort of get a grasp on how a real podcast should be done, because they've been doing it for over 8 years. And not only that, they are basically the structure that all of this has been built around is this show. So this show is like the granddaddy for this entire place. So it's so cool to sort of be a part of that.
I've never been somebody's grandpa before. This is cool.
You're my
Grandpa
grandpa, bro.
Brando.
Uncle Grandpa.
Yeah, uncle, I'm a grandpa.
There
Don't
is
play
a-
with your Uncle Grandpa.
There's a cartoon called Uncle Grandpa. And it's pretty
Okay.
funny. I'm not
I
joking.
need
It's
to
very
see
funny on the
what
Cartoon
this
Network.
is.
Bro, I'm going to pull up Uncle Grandpa and be like, wow.
Oh
He's
my
so
God.
funny, too. He's just a witty old guy. He's exactly what you would expect an
just like
Uncle
you.
Grandpa to be.
Aw,
Witty
thanks.
old guy.
Aw, thanks. And if anybody missed Gary's appearance on the CCO, we do have another episode coming up. Today we're going to record after the show, so that'll be out next Tuesday. And of course, last week's episode is available to anybody who's at all interested. I thought Gary did a great job. We had a really good time doing it. And just like him, it's like an hour went by and
It was
the blink of
way
an
too
eye. And it was like,
fast.
oh man, we had so many things to talk about. A story I was going to tell you that we didn't get to. I had a whole bunch of stuff we were going to talk about that I just ran out of time. So we're going to
Nice.
do it this week. It's going to be a good time.
Fun.
Uncle Grandpa.
Oh, that's
What
not
the
like Brando. He has way less hair.
But he's an Uncle Grandpa. You can look him up. He's very funny looking.
We're kind of the same shape, though. That's
Yeah, it's a great
round
show.
is a shape.
One more 15-minute segment to go as we do another News Talk Radio reset. Gary hanging out with the Past Our Bedtime podcast crew, as well as one half of the CCO crew, Commander Cookup podcast.
That's us.
It's a lot of fun. And as you just said, we'll be doing that. What else were we going to get into today, you guys? Because I think it's been a while since we've done this. We had all four of us. You guys,
Past Our Bedtime done more stuff?
that's what I wanted to get into.
Yes.
They
we have.
officially have the episodes recorded.
And I edited one of them.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Very exciting.
Yay for me.
Yeah.
I did it right after you left instead of procrastinating.
Long distance here. And then we slurp.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't slurp it.
Tough to slurp with a straw. That was good. Sorry. That's what they do to start every Past Our Bedtime podcast.
Ew.
Can we
Put
get
it
a
away.
clean up an aisle Brando? We're losing them.
Stop,
We're
he's gonna
losing
have
them.
a brain freeze
You
now.
okay?
Oh, first packing peanuts and now this.
He's dying on
You're
the show.
such a physical comedian.
Oh my gosh.
It's fantastic. So the show is ladies. Don't worry about Brando. He'll come back. He's good.
So we filmed a new show. It's just a life update.
Is that what you called it? Life update.
Life update? Probably. I haven't called it anything yet because I haven't scheduled it.
Yeah, just don't
Do
call
you
it
have
late for
a-
dinner.
I do.
I don't know. No, maybe life update, but we don't have a thumbnail.
Oh, I was just gonna pull us. I was gonna take a screenshot of us talking. Like,
Okay, cool.
Every time we forget a thumbnail, you can tell because it's just a screenshot of us on the couch. Like it's not posted.
Wendy
at
brought
all.
up something really funny though, that you guys were gonna take bets at what egg was gonna make it to fertilization. And I was like, yes, let's make a bet. She's like, no, and I thought it was really funny.
It was really funny.
Yep.
She's like, yeah, let's do that. And I was like, no, but I want everyone to bet on number one because I don't want to have to go through like a miscarriage or
yeah,
anything. It needs to be
anything.
the first one. And then
Yeah.
she's like, okay, never mind. Don't bet.
You don't want to
You said there was
the odds.
18.
No, okay. This is
Hold on. She
update.
did.
I'll do
this on the
I'll
show.
do a
Yeah, no,
quicker
this is
one.
good. Just
Out
in
of
case you
18,
don't know.
only 5 fertilized, and out of the 5, only 3 made it to like the blastose stage, or made it into an embryo.
Where it could maybe have a chance.
Yeah, and so I only actually have 3.
Well, so we can't bet 1 of 18. We could bet 1 of 3.
No, but everyone needs to bet 1 and give me that good magical manifestation vibe.
I see.
Yeah.
You don't try all 3 at the same
Yeah,
time.
I don't want to try all.
understand.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so
I-
I understand.
I just want to
Just
make sure here,
triplets?
if you're keeping track at home, on this very one episode today, we've talked about gangster rap, we've talked about the Elmwood Fall Feast and numerous other charitable organizations.
Yeah.
We've talked about the Commander Cookout podcast, we've talked about the Past Our Bedtime podcast, and we have circled back to in vitro fertilization, IVF, which
Yeah.
Brooksy is currently going through. A
You-
lot going on.
You also missed our
Wow.
talk about our hairstyles and our nails. We also talked about that for a little
Those are
bit.
good. Well, I feel like when you came in here with those bangs, we talked a lot about the bangs and old bangs over here.
Yesterday or today?
That was the other day. Not
Wednesday.
yesterday.
Oh,
Wednesday.
Wednesday. My days
Yeah.
are all one.
I
I'm
wasn't
home
here
alone.
yesterday. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. How has it been living the Kevin McAllister life over at the beautiful, palatial Rancho El Brooksy?
It's good. Like, I love my husband and the kids, but like being alone, I got so much stuff done. And
He's on a holiday.
yeah, he's golfing for 4 days,
Okay,
getting
guys,
super
she is
drunk.
talking while you think you're whispering away from the mic. But it's coming right through. Right through. Anyways, continue.
Anyway, Brad is getting really drunk on the golf course with his
Go
friends
be
for 4
Brad.
days in a
Woo!
row. Yeah.
I'm happy for him. He deserves that. He
Yeah.
deserves all the fun.
So that's why I'm home alone. But it's good. Gary's trying to coach me into being the best.
She was
Cool
trying to
again.
say she was going to cook food for herself.
Yeah, he's
When
like,
she
you
has the
don't,
whole
you
house
don't
to
know how to
yourself."
live. He's like, you don't know how to live alone. You need to eat out every day and all this
Yeah.
stuff. So then I planned with him all these meals I can order out, and then I got a severe stomach ache the first night, and I couldn't eat
Ruined her.
anything, and I couldn't eat anything the next day.
No
and-
banh mi's, no
So-
pizzas from 2 different restaurants.
Because I got one poutine from McDonald's and it
Well,
messed
hey,
me
hey,
up.
hey. We don't ever talk bad about any businesses around here.
No, it's not McDonald's fault. It tasted delicious and everyone should eat it. But if,
That's it. Just leave it right there.
But
Leave it right there.
I'm the problem.
That's it.
I am the one who is
Do
the
not
one.
anger
I'm the
Mr.
problem.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
All right. We love our chicken nuggets here. Should we look at my last order from
Yeah,
McDonald's?
we can do that too. Also,
Okay.
So epic.
These are
While I
always
was
good.
looking it up, I saw a video on the internet today, and it was a wrestling video from one of the little feds down in America, and it was a guy dressed as Ronald McDonald getting razor's edged out of the ring through a piece of plate glass onto a kid's trampoline, where they ripped the trampoline part out and filled it with barbed wire. And it was just like, what? What are you doing? Why is this? I don't understand, man. And I knew dudes that did that. I guess I shouldn't say I knew. I know them. And it's just,
I knew they
Dude,
died.
you did that.
Shut up.
I'm joking. You totally didn't. You're very awesome.
I'm an upstanding gentleman.
I was trying to talk about the Michael Jackson
With the
impersonator
chainsaw.
on the Indies right now. Do you remember his name?
No,
It
I
keeps
don't.
escaping me. I gotta look
Ah,
at it.
yeah,
Anyway, he is
it's
so fun to watch. All right, let's check in with Gary's orders online.
Is this like?
This is going to be a little segment. I would remember how the old boss always said, you have to have at least 2 to 3 go-to segments for every show that you do, every time.
His is McDonald's and talking about my past.
Well, no, it's just funny that
My
people think you have to have segments to have a show be successful. That was the point.
Oh.
But either
Well,
way,
now
I'll
you
say
have
it.
one. So.
Okay, here we go. Last night, actually, after our draft as well, we almost went and got the big arch. Speaking of McDonald's as Pistol Pete, I was praising it. And actually, Queener also was saying it's very good.
Before you get to that,
Yeah.
we actually had at the other place a bunch of the big arches delivered, but they came in at like 10 o'clock, and I'm not done in my control room until 1. So it would have been
dude,
sitting
not
out in the
fair.
room, and it was like below room temperature. It was so cold, and it's like, dare I eat this burger?
Yes, you
and you
do.
guys, of course I did. Of course I
you
ate the
did.
burger. Of course I did, and
And?
I'm here. I'm physically present
The last
at
one,
this spot right now, is what I can say after eating that.
man, those are the best days, by the way, if you ever work at a station or anything like that, when the people bring in the foods for you to try and talk about on the radio.
Honestly, yeah. When you had to
Oh,
eat that like
man.
12-foot sub.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That
yeah.
was so fun. But what was the newest chicken ones? Like the big crispy, it was called?
Yeah.
I had 7 of those in the DJ room with my main man, the best in the biz, the great Tim Stone from C95 fame. I love you, Tim, so much. And his body's a palace, and mine is like the opposite of a wonderland. So I was sitting there like hanging out with my big bag, handing them out like currency to anyone. I think I ate 4 that day, and the last 2 were definitely cold.
Oh yeah, ice cold.
It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, I was dumpstering
Still
McRibs
bad.
like I
Yeah.
was in fact a dumpster the day they
That's
brought
it.
those in. Oh,
Okay, here we go. So this is an order from August 25th. So that's a Sunday, August 25th. Let's see what we got here. We got 2 quarter pounders with cheese. Now, I'm not a big quarter pounder guy, but I just remember now, they had 2-for-1s going.
sure.
So there's 2 quarter pounders with cheese.
Sure.
And
Why
they also
not?
had the deal going for McChickens. So we had 2 McChickens,
Oh my God, Gary.
1 sausage McMuffin, 1 regular Smarties McFlurry, 4 nugget sauces. I wonder what kind of nugget sauces. Oh, barbecue. I love barbecue.
4 barbecues?
4 barbecues.
Okay.
And 1 late night bundle serves 4. That includes medium fries, cheeseburger, Big Mac, nugget sauce, which is barbecue sauce, sweet and sour sauce, hot mustard. So I got extra nuggies sauces.
Okay, was this just for you? It sounds like you were with someone.
Good
No,
question.
this is me. And then I also got spicy habanero sauce and then 2 orders of gravy for some reason.
Did you eat all of that? Like, did you eat all of it, or was any left over?
No, I had, I think, 2 cheeseburgers left over and 1 McChicken.
And 1 thing of gravy.
Yeah.
I would be so
I
ill.
I
I
had
would be lifeless
Honestly,
on the ground.
yeah, I
nuggets
had
are good.
1 poutine and I died. I don't know if I could have ate all that.
I'd be like the guy from 7.
the glutton. The
Yeah.
big guy. What is it, Alpha Gettys or something?
Yeah, spaghetti.
I
Like,
think that's the last scary movie I watched. I
Man.
think that was the movie that just made it like, I can never watch anything like this ever again.
oh wow.
What's in the box?
Are you one of those people that can remember seeing Gwyneth Paltrow's head in the box? I have that image burned into my mind, but it's not real.
There's a thing for that.
It's
What's
so
it called?
It's
Oh,
so
the
weird.
Mandela effect?
Mandela effect?
Is that what it's called?
No, the Mandela effect is like the Bearstein Bears or the.
That is the one. That's exactly what we're
That
talking
is.
about. Where you remember something from the past.
Or it's like the
As
Fruit
it
of the
was
Loom
fact.
underwear?
Oh, so you're saying that you remember seeing her head, but it's actually
It's
fact
not
not in
shown.
the video?
I
Yeah.
vividly remember
They
seeing
got rid of
Gwyneth
it,
Paltrow's
that's
head in
why.
the box, but like
so smart.
it's not in the movie though. It's so strange.
What kind of movie did you watch? DVD or VHS? When's the last time you watched it? Or was it streamed?
It wasn't streamed.
like
It would have
this.
been on DVD because I worked at a video store, so I would have got it from there.
Nice.
And it was
Video killed the radio
Have you
star.
seen it, Wendy, or are you too young?
No. I have no idea what you guys are talking
Never
about.
seen Seven?
It's Brad Pitt.
All I know is the Mandela effect.
It's got Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, and who plays John Doe?
Oh,
Gwyneth Paltrow's in there too.
scary. Who's the killer? This killer's super scary. Super famous too.
I keep wanting to call him John Malkovich, but
I
that's
feel like
not
I should
him.
have seen it. I love scary
Might be
movies.
Kevin
John Malkovich.
Spacey.
Yeah.
There we go. There we
Man.
go.
Guys, I hate to say this.
Is it time? Holy smokeroonie.
What is happening?
It's time to play some N64 and kick Gary's butt. For real this time.
When are we gonna get like an actual fighting game that?
Like we all like.
Yeah.
Like Mortal
Brando's
Kombat.
Yeah.
angry that
Street
he can't
Fighter.
be Little Mac in Super Smash because we only have the
We
original
can.
Super Smash.
Be Little Mac in Super Street Fighter?
No, we
can't.
need an N64
Only
game.
Akuma.
I'll find one.
N64 game?
Yeah, because that has 4 controllers. It's the only thing here that has 4 controllers.
WWF No Mercy.
Okay.
That's the one.
I've seen it on Facebook.
I will turn you guys into
Well,
just
duh, I'll lose
garbage.
so hard. I'll lose.
true.
Oh,
Very true. All right, you ready?
Trash panda.
All right, LB.
raccoons are awesome, hey?
Yeah.
We're
I
gonna
love
get
them.
some
Have you
Have
piano
you seen
going.
them like as pets?
I've never seen a pet.
There
I've seen
it
pet
is.
beavers and a pet skunk. I
Pianos
really
are
had a
playing.
pet skunk when I was a kid.
We are playing out. You got 2.5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
My friend Jake.
Thank anyone you want to thank. Shout out anyone you want to shout out. This is your time to shine. Go ahead.
Me?
Anyone.
My friend Jake for having a pet raccoon.
Nice. Like that.
Yeah, he was blind. Yeah.
The raccoon was
yeah.
blind?
Yeah.
Jake or the raccoon?
No.
The raccoon is?
his seeing eye raccoon. No. The raccoon was
You
blind.
laugh, but that would be pretty baller.
It would be.
Jake?
Just
look at
taking him to trash.
Was he
Yeah.
blind because like his eyes didn't work, or was he blind because he lost his eyes in like?
No, his
a
eyes
raccoon
didn't
accident?
work, and I think that's why they took him in, and then they kept him as a
Aw.
pet.
I love stories like that where you like rescue an animal.
Living
and you-
Skies?
Yeah.
There
Well,
it is.
That's your place. That's
They
our
didn't
place.
take him. They just kept him. They didn't take him to Living Skies, but you
Oh,
could have. But they wanted the pet raccoon, I
Still,
guess.
shout out to Living Skies.
That's
Yeah.
still pretty cool when you have those. You see, like, there's the guy on Instagram that's got the flying squirrel,
Yeah.
and like they keep saying,
So
you
sweet.
you have to let that flying squirrel go. He doesn't want to be. And so he has these videos of him like, "Okay, get out of here, Leroy." I don't remember the frog.
Yeah. Of course.
And
Kevin.
the squirrel runs onto the deck, looks around, and just turns around and runs back in the house. It's so good. I love stories like that.
Yeah,
Wild
so
animals are great. So
We're
shout
running
out
out
to
of
people who
time.
love animals.
There you go. You got anyone you want to shout out? Anything cool?
Shout out to you guys.
Oh,
that's
Because you
very
guys
nice.
make me happy.
Oh, right in the
And
heart.
I will say right back at you, thank you for the slurps. It's incredible to all the guys from the draft yesterday. So sorry I was the worst golfer you've ever seen. Have an amazing, incredible, fantastic weekend. We'll be back on Monday, 4 p.m., and we will do it all again. Then I'm off to the lake tomorrow. Very excited. I haven't been to the lake yet for a full night, so that'll be good. Remember, karma is very, 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 very real.
Very.
So real. So if you start doing good things, just the tiniest little things, and you'll notice they'll start coming back to you. And then when you're doing the good things, and you notice that, and then you're doing it, and then I'm doing it, and he's doing it, and you're doing it, all of a sudden,
The world's a better place.
it's not so bad anymore. So keep that in mind as you roll into the weekend as well. Do not forget to take care of yourself and have a lot of fun.
Should we
Guys,
try
I
to
think
do
we
the,
did it.
The millennial
there.
heart.
I think we've done it. You ready to go to some CCO?
Hell yeah, I am.
All right, we're going to switch this booth over to the other show. It's going to be great. Be safe and have a great weekend. We love you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.